How's it going, everyone? This is Yxlarb here, and welcome to the epic finale of Nerf and Strike Elite. In the last episode, we found out that Jackal is not actually on our side, and he wants to destroy the world or take over the world. Basically, he wants to do something that does not align with our own interests. So today, we're going to be diving into the final mission and taking him on in 3, 2, 1. Today, we're actually going to be going back to Shane, you guys know, my favorite Elite Blaster specialist, specifically because he has every single one of his weapons. We're going to be able to show off, for the first time, the Recon, the Hydra, and the Cerberus. So that's going to be pretty cool. Now, as you can see, we have very few canisters overall, and we have 3 guns, well technically 4, to even look at for upgrades. So it's like, what should I do? I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to dive into each one of these weapons just to see what we can do with them. And just see what things cost and whatnot. Okay, so it looks like it'd be about 20 to upgrade everything to level 1. Now actually, if we don't consider max ammo, because think about this. We're going to have ammo for each gun. So there's really no reason to upgrade the max ammo for all of them. We're going to have 4 different guns to go across. It's not that important for this particular mission, so we'll keep that in mind. By the way, I think I might have complained about this earlier, but when you buy the Recon in real life, or at least when it was new and whatnot, it would come with the laser sight. But here they're making you pay for it. It comes with the sight, but you have to pay for that. It's just silly to me. We'll ignore that. We'll just keep going on. The Hydra SG7, of course, a fictional weapon. Nothing like this exists. Well, maybe something like it exists at this point, but not that specifically. Let's see. Ooh, 20. Ugh. And what did we say it was? It was like, was it 15 or 10? I'm not sure. All right, well, we'll keep looking. Let's take a look at Cerberus. CS12. God, this thing is just ridiculous. Again, a fictional weapon. A very fictional weapon. Let's see the stats. Oh, this one's actually pretty cheap. Okay, so let's do the math. So if we wanted to just upgrade dart damage and rate of fire on all of them to level 1, what would it be? That would be 10 with that one. Go back. 10. 30. Total with that. That's not great. 30 and here. It'd be 45 total. Okay, so we're gonna have to sort of, I guess, compromise a little bit. I have a feeling the Cerberus is gonna be the least used. I think the Recon itself should be upgraded, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'll get back to you guys. And I am back, everyone. What I decided to do was go with level 1 dart damage and rate of fire on the Recon, as well as on the Hydra, as I'm going to show you, just so you don't think I'm lying to you. And I actually left the Cerberus completely alone. I figured this is going to be, the powerhouse anyway. And like I was saying, I think it's going to be one of the least used, generally speaking, in terms of Shane's arsenal. So I didn't feel it that necessary to upgrade it. Plus, I only have 2 canisters left. I really just sort of went with, it was a triage, I just had to go with my gut there. Anyway, we are totally prepared for the final mission. No more canisters to collect. Well, there will be canisters to collect, but no more that will actually go towards any of our weapons for the story mode. So we're just as ready as we're ever going to be. Looks like we're going to have a surprise in store for us this episode. But let me just take a look. So we got 194 spares for the Recon, 665 for the Hydra, and 382 for the Cerberus. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we definitely didn't need to upgrade max ammo. I'm glad we didn't. I'm going to start off with the Recon, though. That's for sure. Remember, you can zoom in, and even though this isn't like a scope, you can still look at it like it is. Oh, jeez. We almost got through that without issue. That one was much better. Yeah, it feels weird using a weapon that only has 6 rounds in it, though. It looks like it's pretty effective, though. It looks like it's only taking a couple of shots a piece. I think I already hit that guy once, so that wasn't going to be a good test. But here we go. Here's one. Okay, maybe if you stop moving. 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. Just 2 for this one. That's going to be awesome. It doesn't look like we have very much ammo, though. Probably would have been a good idea to go ahead and upgrade max ammo, but, I mean, of course it would be a good idea, but in terms of how much money I had, oh shoot, it's the middle one. Shoot the middle one. The middle one. Okay, there we go. Of course, you know, canisters aren't that important at this point. Of course, you know, this game's, you know, really main area in terms of replay value is that you can get more canisters and replay the missions constantly with different weapon combinations and different characters, etc. So, if you're definitely planning on playing through again, keep getting those canisters even though it's the last mission, especially if you want to try upgrading the other weapons. But there we go. Yeah, we've seen how this thing works out. Let's try switching real quick to this thing. It's going to be insane. I know it. Just look at this ridiculous reticle. Let's see. Wow. Okay. That was close. The firing rate could be up higher, but that was one of the things we actually upgraded, so yeah, that's funny.
We gotta go up there, don't we?
Yep, we sure do.
How far do you think that is? 6, 7 stories? Can't we just stay down here on nice solid ground and fight some juggernauts?
Where's the fun in that?
Oh, I could find the fun. I could totally find the fun in that.
Let's get going, hero boy.
You guys thought we were going to be talking about Tango's fear of heights and elevators and all that anymore. You're insane. What a shock. Now, keep in mind, these juggernauts are really not that bad. If you just constantly are hitting some yellow spot on them, you're not going to have any actual issues. So, it's just about being patient. What are they trying to get me to do? Are they trying to get me to shoot at this? That's almost what... Oh! Well, that's new. That's an easy way to take care of an already easy to defeat enemy. Honestly, juggernauts, when they're on their own, are probably the least formidable enemy. I would say that, I think. I mean, they're really not hard to take out. You just keep shooting their yellow spots and they're basically defenseless. Alright, switching over to the Cerberus. Let's see what this thing can do for us. I swear none of these are lighting up any differently. What the heck? I'm looking at every single one. I mean, I think 2 is the closest. Was that right? Jeez. Okay, I guess, yeah. I swear, guys, it didn't look any different. So that was really strange, but okay. Oh, this is a good one. Shoot in there. Okay, there we go. Now this thing's actually shooting like it's supposed to. Is it shooting 3 at once? What's it actually doing? Ah, the Semper Fire. Flex. F-L-E-X. Remember that, guys. Flex. Maybe we'll find all of them yet, but let's just see. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this thing's fire rate is much better. Let's just see. Okay, it is 3. That's what I thought, but I mean, with the way the reticle is, it almost looks like it'd be more. Yeah, Shane has a lot of these spread fire weapons. I mean, 3 of his weapons are this type. The Cerberus, the... what's his first weapon called? This one right here. Oh, I always forget the name of this one. It's not the Stampede, is it? Honestly, I don't know, but we're going to give this thing a little bit of love, too. I mean, it was the first gun we started with. Technically. I mean, of course, you know, we were using the Semper Fire, I believe, in the first mission, so... But we did technically fire this one first, so we're just gonna keep going with that. We're gonna call it our first weapon. Plus, this one, I mean, this one shoots 4 rounds. The Cerberus shoots, 3, and then, of course, we got this ridiculous thing shooting 7. Oh, is that telling me I have low batteries? Oh, dang it. Alright, we're back at it. Apparently, as soon as I put my batteries back in, I mean, new batteries in, it was just going to start right away. That's a shame. Now, the one downside of this weapon, as you can see, when we're this close, and all 7 are basically shooting right next to one another. Get off already, man! Jeez, screwing me over here. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. I'm obviously using the worst weapon I could possibly be using right now. Let's switch up. Oh, nice. Yeah, this thing's a powerhouse. It like knocked these guys back. Wow, That's good. And of course, we got that ammo there. Not that I really think ammo is going to be a true concern of ours during this mission. I mean, we've got 3 ammoed weapons plus a fairly highly upgraded original weapon. This one's works so well for these guys. It just has a nice spread. Jeez, just absolutely destroying us. All right, let's see. Ah, jeez, stop. Is it really gonna make me? Oh, come on, make me deal with some enemies just because of that. Okay, that was horrible. This time I'm gonna be very ginger. 6-6. Please don't be 666. Okay. That was close. All right. Where are you taking me? We want to ride on that? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Aha! I should have reloaded. I should have, but that's okay. Anyway, guys, it's actually August 18th. This is probably the closest I've recorded one of these episodes to the actual release date of the episode. As you guys know, we've been very ahead basically all summer. It's been really good for us to be so far ahead. But this time, unfortunately, you know, there was the issue of traveling for my 1-year anniversary vacation, which was incredible. I don't regret it at all, and it's not like I'm behind either. But on the day I'm recording this, Minecraft episode 12 is coming out, so I kind of do need to get more done because classes are beginning on the 26th of this month. So we're just, what is that, 9-10 days away? Not that I'm nervous. In fact, I'd say I'm at the point where I'm kind of excited about classes beginning again. I know it sounds sort of silly to say, but it's never really a bad thing to have classes begin. Oh, switch weapons. Oh, I shouldn't have gone that way. Oh, I shouldn't have gone that way. Please give me another chance. Are they not going to give me another chance?
Look who's back. He doesn't look happy.
Time to flash that frown upside down. Let's do this.
For those who didn't play the first game, this is Bob. It looks like it's supposed to be b.o.b. because there's periods in between each one, but we'll just call him Bob. So I'm just using the recon for a second, but honestly, you know what? This will probably be a better option with that double barrel. I imagine this is gonna do just a ton of damage to him. Plus, I'm sure from a baseline, this is a more powerful gun. Although that is one complaint I have. You know, in the first game, you were given specific power ratings. Aha, yes, here's the next part. So, I mean, you basically just shoot at him for a while, and then once he goes into his little shell, you have to use your red reveal, like always. You know, they always want you using the red reveal in order to, you know, get him to come out of his little cocoon there from the center. You shoot it enough times, he comes out, and you're just going through the whole thing again. There are going to be enemies around. It's probably a good idea to focus on them a little bit. I mean, it looks like I'm going to probably die if I don't start actually paying attention. Why are they moving me? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It just lit up. This yellow one right here is the one. Yeah, let's focus on these guys for a second. Get out of the way, Bob. I'm trying to survive here. You're not allowed to attack me while others are attacking you, don't you know? But as I was saying, you know, I'm getting pretty excited to start up school again. You know, it's just about that time. You know, the summer's been feeling nice and long, and I really enjoyed working again. But I am ready to just get into my final year of school and just finish everything up. It's really just a good feeling. Okay, they're all lighting up, so I guess that means we have to shoot them all. That makes me feel like we're on the final phase of this. So yeah, this boss fight really isn't that bad.
Beginning core power up.
Because you used to be my friends, I'm gonna give you this one last opportunity to leave now. This rocket's blasting off in 10 minutes. Your odds of successfully stopping the launch within that time frame are mind-boggling.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm up for some mind-boggling.
Yeah, totally. Let's do this.
One boggled mind, medium rare. Coming right up.
Alright, guys, hurry. Think of one more lame line we can say before leaving. I would love it. Jesus. Oh, scared the crap out of me. I forgot that this happened. Alright, I'm not going to shoot at my friends, even though I really want to. Yeah, this is a pretty good sequence. But wow, I can't believe I missed out on that health earlier. I really hope that doesn't negatively impact me too much going forward, but we'll see in a second, I guess. Wow, it's really difficult to hit enemies from up here. It's almost like they don't want to be hit. It's strange. Will. Oh, see, friends. Like, they're making me shoot them. Don't get in my line of fire. Just stay out, and we'll be okay. See, like that. Like, what the heck, guys? These darts are really not that accurate when you're moving at these crazy speeds. Okay, here we go. Ah, of course we need more red reveal magic. Oh, that was nice. That was nice of you, little guy. Okay, that seemed to take a while. Let's see. One. It took 3 or 4 shots, so it's not as powerful as it feels, but it's pretty powerful. Also, what on earth are these doors for? The door that's behind me right there, as you guys have probably noticed, there's been plenty of those throughout. Plenty of those throughout, even including in like the second mission or something. And I just don't know what they do. I don't know. I mean, as you saw, we got very little time to actually interact with it. And when you use the red reveal, there's nothing to it. You can shoot at them, nothing happens. I don't know if they're just decorational or what, but they're not helpful, that's for sure. Health! Health! And ammo. Dang it, Bob. I just got done telling these people that you were easy. Why are you coming back? Oh, geez, we're really close to dying here. Getting that ammo, but I should really quit it. You know what? This would be a great weapon to use right now. Yeah, because... Ah, yes, the next gimmick. You gotta figure out which one he is. And of course, you know, you can only follow him for so long. I think the red reveal is meant to be able to help you here, but it really didn't for me. Oh my god, shoot at that. Hell. Of course, I'm shooting with the slowest firing weapon. Alright, so yeah, you look through the red reveal. It doesn't really look like anything's going on. I think it's really just all about luck. Yeah, see, when you see him react like that, that's when you really need to be shooting him. Oops. Okay, let's switch over to the recon for a second. I feel like this one hasn't been getting as much love. And it's a really fast shooting weapon. Really quick. That's what I like. Now, really here, I'm caring more about survival. Those canisters off to the side, they can stay off to the side for now. I should be shooting that ammo as well, but I'm not terribly concerned at this point. We'll just give it a second. Alright, now that he's in there, I'm actually going to go ahead and shoot the ammo. Because then I'll just have to take care of these guys anyway. Oh, did I get them? No. I don't think so. Yeah, these guys aren't real. Stop bothering me. I want to look at this. And get myself some more canisters. Really? I'm seriously aiming at that one. Alright, time to switch weapons again. I love the Stampede. Again, probably, hopefully not too wrong on that name. Hopefully at least I'm close. I mean, it must start with an S. It must. Yes. No, these guys aren't the ones. You can kind of see the way he reacts. So see when he gets all that like whitish electricity going on around him. That's a good sign. Really? Juggernaut? Like, that's not stepping up any sort of difficulty. You guys already know what it takes to take him down. Oh! It's a good thing our characters dodge when we need him to, because otherwise we'd be in a pickle for sure. Okay. Although I do admit, it would be kind of nice to be able to choose when you go into these dodging sequences, but whatever. Shoot those. That. I need health bad, as you guys know. I'm just going to be sticking with the Stampede for a second. This Juggernaut doesn't even stand a chance, man. Not a chance. I gotta tell you guys, I feel so much more powerful. This is actually my first time ever playing any mission in Nerf with every single weapon unlocked for a character. It's crazy. It's crazy how powerful you are. First of all, you have so many options. You have so many things you can do in any given situation. You're like, oh, I want more of a spread? I've got that weapon. Oh, do I want zooming? I've got that weapon. Do I want power? I've got that weapon. It's so nice. Although 4, you know, it can seem like a bit much, you know, if you want to switch between multiple weapons. I actually don't know how quick it is. Let's test it out. Okay, let's not get killed by him in the meantime, though. It's really stupid to test that out right now. Now, here, I would definitely suggest focusing on the Juggernaut. You know, Bob's going to be there. He's going to be shooting you occasionally, but really, the Juggernaut can do a lot of damage, and you really want to avoid that. Okay, why are we taking so long to destroy that armor? I am sticking with it, though. I'm just okay with that infinite ammo, you know? And one thing I'm definitely also okay with is avoiding getting any of those free canisters up there. I just don't want them that badly. I'm just going to keep shooting Bob. And this single guy, single henchman coming up in here. Oh, wow. Bob, you really weren't done with this. Just gonna shoot. Ah. I thought I got lucky there for a second. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just take care of all these hyper bombs. It can be a good idea to avoid shooting Bob when, you know, any of the Bobs when that happens. Whoa.
Shane, I've given you this chance to get clear of the rocket before it launches. If you go, the others will follow. You've got absolutely no chance of actually stopping me, so all of this hostility is really pointless.
Jackal, I'm trying to imagine a way you could be more wrong, but it's just not coming.
Wow, the characters actually interacted with one another in a more meaningful way. But it was still just Shane gloating like he always does. You guys remember how much I hated that in the first game? Oh, all his gloating. Alright, here we go. This looks important.
Engaging auto security protocols.
Yeah, it looks like you do have to basically fully wait for a weapon to switch before you can switch to the next one next to it. So I'll observe here in a second. So here we are. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, you have to wait until the next weapon loads up first. So if you do want to switch over 2 weapons, which is the furthest you ever have to go, really, you are going to have to wait a little bit. But I am going to be utilizing this weapon because we're in such close proximity to these turrets, which I would love to try firing, by the way. They're shooting ridiculously large missiles. But yeah, you know, we're just hitting him with all 7 darts at one time. It just feels good. And it looks like we actually can hit him right now. As you can see, I'm ignoring these hyper bombs, which I probably shouldn't be. In fact, let's switch to the Cerberus again. I don't even know which one I want to use. They're all so much fun, you know? Oh. And this thing is horribly inaccurate. We're just, you know, right in front of it, and it's just shooting them wherever it damn well pleases. Good for you, turret. Do whatever you want. Oh. It's close.
These things just keep getting bigger and uglier.
Terminate all resistance.
I guess this was Jackal's big surprise. So now it's basically a Juggernaut with larger guns on top of him. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Please. Okay, just kill all these things. Oh no! Now they're too close. I made the mistake of waiting too long. Now I have to constantly just shake them off until they go away. Oh wow! Yeah, this is how you die in this mission. This is how you die in this mission. He's just gonna be able to. Come on, where's my? Okay, here it goes. Now, of course, he doesn't work quite like regular Juggernauts, you know, but you know, he shoots things a little bit differently and all that. But you can still basically get him in this stun lock deal. You just keep shooting these things that are yellow. And now, instead of the center being that weirdo blue ball, it's just Bob. So, and even though Bob, as you can plainly see, is absolutely vulnerable, he's just sitting there, we're not going to be able to shoot at him. God, what do I want to use? I'm going to switch over to Stampede for a second. Also, why does Bob have to sound different? I mean, obviously you got someone new to voice him, but I don't know. That happens, you know. It's like you want to make a sequel, but you can't get everyone together. That's a thing. Sorry, Bob. I'm going to have to ignore you, even though my health is critically low. Oh, jeez. I'm going to... Jesus, dude. Quit it. Those things are the biggest goddamn pain. I'm not dying right now. That's for sure. Not a chance. What I need is some health, pronto. Yeah, sticking with this thing is actually a really good idea because it's really fast and it's decently powerful and it's got, you know, the extra barrels and all that. Okay, got that at least. Looks like we're halfway. Oh, jeez. This is the scariest position. I really don't want to die here. I really don't. Give me something, man. Why is there no health? There's literally nothing. Oh, no. Don't start up with this again. Do not start up with this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's just not fair. Oh, we got it. We got that arm somehow. Come on, hurry. Get back to it. The hyper bombs are on their way. My arm is like shaking. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm so nervous. Reload. Jesus. Reload. Can we keep hitting this from here? No? He's just not going to realize we're behind him or something? Shoot! Oh, jeez. Ultra focus mode right now, guys. There is no time for death. No time.
Knock, knock, dirtball.
You defeated Bob and shut down my plan to take over the town, defying all probability. But I didn't come this far to let the four of you thwart me.
Give it up, Jackal. Wherever you are, we're going to find you. Whatever you have planned, we're going to be there to bring you down.
What you don't seem to understand is that I've been planning this for a very long time. I've worked every equation, and with my resources and intellect, I'm superior to you. I'm the creme de la creme, the elite.
You're wrong, Jackal. We're the ones who are elite. We're the in-strike elite.
And my options are limited with the four of you around. Time to remove you from the equation. I suppose this is where I should be laughing maniacally, but I simply want you gone.
Star Knuckles 7.
What?
Star Knuckles 7! It's my favorite arcade game! And these controls are exactly the same!
Really?
Don't think you're the only guy that's ever beat an arcade game.
Wait! You guys can't...
So, you think you could fly this thing?
Step back and just watch my mad skills.
I have a feeling we're gonna be a little late for dinner.
Congratulations, N-Strike Elite Team. You have successfully stopped Jackal from achieving his evil goals. You truly are the best of the best. And here we are. This is giving us all our game statistics now. And yes, I'm sure plenty of you are looking at this right now thinking, wait, what? That's over? That was the end? Yes, that really is the end. They end it on basically a cliffhanger. I mean, just based on that ending, I would have assumed that a third game was planned, but nothing's come of it. I mean, when did this game come out? I can't remember exactly. In fact, where's the box? Let me look at it real quick. Aha, the box. 2009? Is that right? Wait a minute. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll just assume 2009 for right now. But let's see. Now we can see if you can beat your high scores and unlock even more items. Then you can replay the stats if you wish, whatever we just saw. Of course, there wasn't much interesting stuff there because we played, you know, different missions with different characters. There was a lot of zeros in there, but that's all right. Play again and try to complete the adventure on the elite difficulty level. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. You saw how close that was there at the end. We were just being bombarded by those little vioplasm things, whatever they call them. In fact, we're going to be able to find out what those are called here in a second. But wow, that was really intense. Honestly, I was not looking forward to death in this game. I was not planning on it, especially after that last time, and I'm just glad it didn't happen. So, yeah, some of you are probably scratching your heads like, what? That's the end? And, of course, we just have to touch on the ridiculousness of that conclusion. Komodo recognizing that the controls to the rocket are identical to an arcade game. By the way, for those who haven't seen the first game, you may have not seen the first game. Oh, well, either seen me play it or someone else play it or played it yourself. You may have not understood the significance of the arcade game reference. So in the first game, you had this game called Revolt of the Machines, which was basically the main premise of the game. Shane tries to play the game, he can't beat it. Then you go through the entire game with Bob training you and all that. And then at the very end, you play Revolt of the Machines, but in real life. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but that's basically what the first game is about. So that was the reference to the arcade game. There's no need to really get into the logistics of why a rocket that has hundreds of controls doesn't have the same controls as an arcade game, but I'm not going to critique them too much for that. I expected something cheesy. I just didn't know how cheesy it would be. I didn't know how cheesy the ending would end up being, but they surprised me even with those expectations. So what are you going to do? But yeah, that was something. And we don't know if we ever stop Jackal. I guess I don't know what we're doing with this rocket either. That's the other thing. Why was there such a concern about the rocket? I mean, Jackal's plan was to take over the town. And he was like, oh, I'm going to launch this rocket into the town, into the center of downtown, and then what? Lead your robot minions to, destroy it or take it over, take people into slavery? I really don't know why it was so urgent that we stopped him from getting on the rocket. Obviously, we got to this area, this canyon area somehow. And we could have left by, taking some other flying machine of the robots and gotten there before he even got there with the rocket and then stopped him when we got there. But now we've got this rocket and we're launching it. I guess it was supposed to launch. There was no way to stop it. I guess we just took control and now we're just flying around. I mean, Jackal's still in control of the robots, is he not? I mean, the rocket wasn't the key to his power, So, you know what? There's no need to analyze so thoroughly something we don't understand because we haven't been given the answers either in this game or in any follow-up game because, of course, none ever came after this one. Sorry, guys. I just had to confirm the release date for this game because it was just bothering me. And I was right. It is October 2009. So, yeah, we're actually 2 months away from this game's 10-year anniversary. So that's pretty cool, actually. But, yeah, as you saw, there's no follow-up since then. So what are we going to do? Let's just accept the ending for what it was and go into the Elite Code Book to put in the final cheat code, Flex. Let's see if I can do it without mistakes. Wow. First time, I swear. Item unlocked. Semperfire RF100. Amazing speed and destruction at your fingertips. Goes to Komodo. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, what? Why isn't Tango getting that? Because, it's a big gun. You think all the big ones would go to him. But I guess it doesn't really matter. In fact, all things considered, Komodo probably should be the one getting the Semperfire because he's stuck with the Maverick. Come on, he's the starter. He has the starter weapon, the weakest weapon in the game. So he deserves a really nice, strong one like that. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look. So, as you guys know, we have all 4 of Shane's weapons, 2 of Tango's, 3 of Komodo's, and 2 of Raven's. So that means we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 5 weapons. And if I'm completely honest, guys, I have no clue where to get the rest. I don't know. I thought I was very thorough, going through the game. Anytime there was, some secret panels to press, I pressed them. Anytime there was an access code, I went through the door. If I ever failed to get through the door, I replayed the mission to try to get through. That's actually how we ended up getting the long shot. But otherwise, I really don't know. Maybe it's attached to elite difficulty. Like if you play through, for example, if you play through easy difficulty, maybe you wouldn't have access to another 3 or 4 of these guns. Like you wouldn't be able to get, the Cerberus, for example, or something like that. That's just the theory. Or maybe if you play elite difficulty, you'll be able to unlock everything. There was, after we beat the last mission there, they were like, oh, hey, go ahead and play through the missions again and unlock more items. They could have meant, like, oh, play through again on any difficulty or on elite difficulty to find the rest of the gun codes. Or they might have meant unlock things as in unlock more stuff for your blasters. Get more attachments, get different types of ammo, etc. So it's not incredibly clear. And like I said, this game has such a poor internet presence. Such a poor internet presence that you can't even find out where to really go for this stuff. So unless there's a walkthrough out there that has shown where every single one of the codes is, I just don't even know what to do at this point. However, I can put your minds at ease because it is actually very, very easy to find the codes online and just type them into your elite code book and gain access to these weapons. Anyway, guys, let's discuss the project for a second. I know this video is probably already pretty long. I know I have some, editing to do, so I know exactly how long it is. But I just want to give my thoughts on the project a little bit because, there weren't any credits. But, actually, we can access the credits by going to the main menu here. It's under extras. That's the most boring extras menu I've ever seen, by the way. Nothing but credits. Really? So we'll just let that roll while I go ahead and talk to you guys. So, as you all know, I'm not shy about expressing my true feelings about a game. Even if I'm having fun with a game, I have absolutely no problem pointing out when I believe something is utterly stupid or doesn't make sense, or pointing out flaws in logic or flaws in the story or plot holes, whatever there may be. That's just how I have fun, I guess. I'm not one to just blind myself and forget about, every flaw that I see while playing a game. I can do that if I really want to. If that's the way I decide I want to have fun that day, I'll do it. But for the most part, I need to be able to speak my mind. And I feel like, no one's actually told me this, but I feel like that might be a big appeal as to why people watch my videos. I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. God, I can't speak today. I'm sorry. I share my opinions, regardless of how strong they might be or how controversial they may be. And that's just how I am. And I think people can, at the very least, respect that. Even if they don't agree with what my opinions are, or if they just think it's funny to see me express my opinions so passionately sometimes, even if they don't agree with them. Whatever the reasons may be, it seems to have worked. It seems like people are somewhat happy to watch my videos sometimes. And I'd like to think it's partially because of my commentary, at the very least. So, story-wise, it was actually more intricate than I expected. There was more to the story than I thought there would be. I didn't think, the first game. If you guys haven't seen the first game, take a look. Take a look at my walkthrough. It's right there on the channel. Recorded 3 years ago. It is incredibly basic. You find out virtually nothing about the other characters. You're playing as Shane the whole time. You don't find out very much about him. You don't find out much about Bob even. There's all these characters existing and talking continuously, but 80% of what they say is just an arrogant or cocky remark or something making fun of you or talking about how much better they are than you, Shane. And Shane is no better, believe me. God, he's the worst of them. But that's what it was. So I didn't expect anything. When I saw that there was a true story mode, one that wasn't just simply, oh, enter this chamber that has 4 different doors. Oh, and then you go through this door, and now you're going to shoot some yellow balls until they turn blue. Oh, now you're going to shoot at this, stack of blocks until you find the 3 golden ones and knock them off the ring. You know, just the most simplest game types. Here, it was just, I mean, it wasn't as creative with its game types because it was just the same thing constantly. Here's a wave of enemies, shoot at them until they're gone. Here's a wave of enemies, shoot them until they're gone. You know, that's how it was. But honestly, I still prefer that. I enjoyed the scenery much more. I enjoyed the characters' interactions with themselves. It was much funnier than in the first game because they're not only... it's still roughly 50% of what they say is just gloating or, you know, showing off their arrogance or ignorance, but still entertaining. Jackal switching to the dark side, that was a shock. I mean, but like I said before, it might not have been a good kind of shock. It might not have been like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Good for them. It was, I didn't see that coming because there was literally so few things indicating that that could have happened or would have happened. You know, there were hints. 1, you don't get to play as Jackal. 2, he's never around. 3, right before he reveals he is evil, you see him, but he's kind of ignoring you. 4, you suddenly lose radio contact with him. You know, all the signs are there after you find out. You're like, oh, in hindsight, yeah, now I see it. But really, it's a pretty limited story. It's a short game. I mean, if you're playing through all at one time, you're talking maybe an hour and a half, maybe. So, yeah. But actually, it looks like the credits ended a little early, so while I'm talking, I'm actually going to go ahead and play them again, just in case you guys wanted to make fun of some of the names that are popping up through here. I mean, like Carrie St. John, the project lead for this game. I mean, come on. just saying. So, go ahead and take a look at those names while I continue to speak. The gun selection is technically smaller, but because of how customizable all the guns are and how you can upgrade them, it's a huge deal. I mean, it's so many more guns than just simply 16 guns, which is all there is. By the way, I just remembered a point I was making during the last mission, but I think I got cut off by a cutscene. I was saying how in the first game, every gun had listed a firepower rating. It would tell you some number, like 500 or something like that. I don't remember. But it would list the power level. Now, I actually specifically talk about this in my walkthrough of the first game, that the numbers literally are meaningless. You know, you'll have one gun that literally has 5 times the firepower, but will destroy robots in the same number of shots or something like that, or in just like one less shot or something, which makes no sense. So I came to the simple conclusion that the numbers were completely arbitrary. But at least they existed. At least they gave you some idea. Here, where they're just talking about, you know, oh, what's your firepower level? Oh, it's level 1, 2, or 3. But you can imagine that a level 3 Maverick isn't even as powerful as, you know, a level 0, like Cerberus or something like that. I don't know that for sure, but, you know, it requires a lot of personal experimentation on your end. Like, it's like, oh, is this gun actually more powerful than this one? I don't know. Let's go ahead and find identical enemies and try to shoot them. You know, it would be nice to have some sort of indication of the actual numbers. Now, I understand they were going for a simplistic design, you know, with it all. It's like, oh, it's just level 1, level 2, level 3. It's very simple. You don't have to know, you know, feet per second in terms, you don't have to know that. You don't have to know how many seconds it takes to reload. Just know it's faster now than it was before. And I can respect that in a way. So, there you go. But yeah, guys, it was overall a very fun project. You know, it was short, as you can tell. I mean, we're only on episode 8. It's just as short as the first game was, not excluding bonus content in terms of, you know, time spent actually doing the story. Roughly 8 episodes, talking an hour and a half, 2 hours a piece, and that is totally fine. You know, I nowadays everyone connects. You know, dollar amount spent on a game. Okay, what am I trying to say? Everyone connects total gameplay time to it was worth it or not. You know what I mean? I know I'm saying it pretty poorly, but basically what I'm saying is they're like, oh, Skyrim, you can put in 100+ hours into that, so that game's totally worth it at $60. Oh, but this game, it's only, you know, 8 hours long, so it's not worth $60 or whatever. Obviously here, if I spent $60 on this game and I found out it was less than 2 hours to beat it, I'd be pretty pissed. But of course, that doesn't really matter because I bought it used for, what, $5? Why would I be upset about spending $5 for an adventure like this? That's basically, DLC pricing for about DLC length, a DLC length story. That's totally fine with me. But basically the point I'm getting at is, occasionally I like to play a short game. I like to speed run Sonic Adventure 2 Battle sometimes because it doesn't take very long. I can do it in a day. Or I like to play through Luigi's Mansion in a day. I don't care that it's short. I don't care about that. It's just fun sometimes to know when you're starting up a game, it's not going to be a huge commitment. Hey, I'm not going to have to put 100 hours into this game. That's nice. And basically what I'm saying is I appreciate some games like this one for being slightly shorter, especially when they have a lot of replay value, as this one does. I mean, if you enjoy the way the levels are laid out, you're going to enjoy going back into them with, further upgraded weapons or new weapons constantly. And that's fun. There's really nothing else to it. It's fun. But anyway, guys, I think I've talked to you all enough. It's been fun. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it for a long time. You watched the original Nerf and Strike, and you've just been asking me ad nauseum since then to play the second game. And because of that, because you guys were so persistent in your request, I actually went ahead and played this game for the first time a few months ago and just beat it right now for the second time. And I imagine there will be more times in the future. So thank you all. Thank you all. I don't get bothered when people ask me to play games, and I'm sure Bosniancheese doesn't either. If we truly don't want to play that game, or we have no interest in it, or we have played it and we don't want to play it on YouTube, we'll be very honest about that. We're not going to say, oh yeah, we'll do it, and then not do it. Typically we won't even say we'll do it unless we're absolutely sure. This was one I knew I wanted to do. A year ago, I knew I wanted to do this one. It just took me a while to get to it, to actually get around to purchasing it and finding the blaster and all that. But overall, I'm really happy. I'm really happy I went ahead and played it. It gave me, a good nostalgic feeling of playing the first game for the first time when I was, younger. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So thank you guys again. If it weren't for you, this project wouldn't have happened. And now it has happened. And don't think this is the end yet either. I'm anticipating at minimum 1 full bonus episode, but more than likely 2 full bonus episodes. Maybe even more than that, just depending on how much there is to cover. And you all might be wondering, oh, what's there to cover? Well, quite a few things. Cheat codes. There's a lot of cheat codes to show off. There's the blasting range to show off. There's all the guns, that we haven't actually played with yet or unlocked to play with. There's cooperative mode, which I want to show off. There's, the Elite Code Book. I want to show off the information in that. There's plenty to do. And I don't want to make that video way too long. But I'll definitely be sure to create, timestamps in each of those videos. That way you don't have to watch a full 20 minutes of, mostly stuff you don't want to see or have to skip around. So if you just want to see cheat codes, that'll be very clearly labeled. If you just want to see cooperative mode, that'll be labeled. And I mean, this probably isn't a surprise, but Bosniancheese is actually going to be coming over here to join me to show off cooperative mode. So that should be a ton of fun. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that. I know sometimes it's a sort of a bittersweet feeling when you come down to the end of one of these series, especially if you're keeping up with them from the very beginning, or if you're in my shoes and you've been recording them for months. It's like when you get to the end of this, it's like, it's like the end of a chapter on my YouTube career, and it literally is that way. It's like, oh wow, I just finished this project. Even if it's not a big project like this one, you still think like, wow, a couple of months ago I just started, and it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but here we are, we're already done. It's just, it's a good feeling. It's not a negative thing, but like I said, it is slightly bittersweet. But as long as you guys are here to continue to support us and you continue to enjoy our videos, I'm sure we'll be making them for years to come, and we'll continue to enjoy them and have plenty of these bittersweet moments at the end of them, because it's just that much fun. If it wasn't fun to begin with, it wouldn't be bittersweet. If it was boring, we would just be miserable at the end. And that is definitely not what I'm feeling. And I hope you guys aren't either. Anyway, stay tuned for the bonus footage. And if you aren't interested in watching that, stay tuned for our next series and continue to enjoy the ones that are currently going on. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.